Hey guys, JK here, and today we're playing the Overwatch 2 Loverwatch. Love Never Dies, official non-canon dating simulator. What a mouthful. Anyway, today we are playing through the Genji route, and without further ado, let's get started. The official but non-canon Overwatch 2 dating sim. We know, we can't believe it either. Are you ready to play this thing? Let me play. Confirm. Continue. Yes, I'm ready. Set the scene already. It's Friday night in the big city. You could use a laugh after the week you've had. The Laugh Attic is one of the most tragically unfunny comedy clubs in town, but you love watching people bomb on open mic. Sometimes that people is you. It's particularly dark tonight. So dark it'll make for quite the dramatic reveal when your eyes adjust and you see who is sitting at the table in the corner. Eyes adjusting. 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 Oh my. Oh my. Is that who you think it is? It's Genji. It's Genji. Ninja, cyborg, and all-around bad boy from Overwatch. No matter how many times you blink, he's still there, and you're completely starstruck, love-struck, fear-struck. Banana blades, man. Fear-struck. Why would anyone in their right mind allow a ninja with a giant katana in a comedy club? Well, it does sound like the beginning of a joke. And the only thing funnier than this would be if his brother showed up wearing a toga. There he is. Hark, do I hear the sound of a heart beating fast and the smell of sweat on your palms? I am Cupid, the hero of love in all its varieties. It is my sworn duty to answer the cries of all who desire to love and guide them to fulfillment. You look around, wondering if anyone else can see this, or are you hallucinating? Do not worry, you are the only one who sees me. I do not interfere in the mortal realm. Consider me the angel on your shoulder who will point you in the right direction. Okay, that's a definite maybe on the hallucination thing. But maybe this hallucination can help you. Now tell me, are you in love? I think so. Nope, that's just my baseline anxiety. Hold up, you're not Cupid, you're Hanzo Shimada. I think so. It's kinda hard to tell. The path to love is often confusing, but fear not, I am here to guide you through all its intricacies. What? It means I'm going to give you advice. Oh, okay. So do you wish to win the heart of Genji? In case I want to go back, but no, I want to continue on this path. Yes, I want to win the heart of Genji. Genji. Truly. I mean, there were only two options, as you made sure I was aware. Of course, it's just that, well, to call Genji difficult would be an understatement. Eesh, you're being really judgmental for a vessel of love or whatever. Is this because of the lore or something? It's lore. The what? Good answer. The Overwatch lore, you know, Genji was the younger brother Hanzo killed and felt guilt over ever since. Only Genji wasn't actually dead, he was alive, but a cyborg, and Hanzo learned this. But he was still kind of upset about the whole thing, I think. Cupid looks troubled. That summary heavily favors Genji's view of matters, I feel. But no, I am merely saying that reaching Genji's heart will be a difficult task. Sure, whatever you say, Mr. Grumpy Toga. If you wish to pursue Genji, then I am obligated to help you. It is your love life, no matter how foolish. Well then, how do you think I should approach Cupid? You have to introduce yourself, of course. You cannot start down the path of romance without first speaking to him. And given that he strikes me as a selfish, immature person, wow, Shots fired. I would recommend keeping your conversation focused on him. He has always struggled with his sense of self, so do your best to appeal to his interest. Jeez. You hope he'll get over his hostility for Genji soon, definitely. But that's not important right now. What is important is whether or not Genji will feel any hostility toward you. With Cupid words in mind, you build up the courage to approach Genji. Excuse me. The ninja turns to face you. The purple glow that the club's neon lights illuminates his metal mask. Are you talking to me? Yeah, I just saw you and I wanted to say... Your heart starts to pound in your ears and your mouth can't find the words to speak. Well, say something. Remember, your choices will affect how he feels about you. I really like your outfit. I saw you when you came in and I just figured I would come say hello. Do you need healing? Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Look, I know this isn't the right answer, but it's right in my heart. I know my reputation. I know my reputation. It is hurtful, but also yes, I could use healing. I warned you. I warned you he'd be difficult to deal with. Anyway, I don't think I've seen you around before. I'm Genji. What's your name? Oh, I'm JK. Nice to meet you, Genji. JK, huh? That's pretty cool. Reminds me of JK from the game JK's Odyssey. What? Is that a real game? Genji tilts his head. His cybernetic hand grips the bottom of his mask pensively. Yeah, it was. Hey, did you want to sit down? The next set is starting soon. Maybe we could watch it together. Oh, very kind. You take a seat next to Genji and watch a few sets. You can't tell if he ever cracks a smile, but he certainly doesn't laugh at any point. Weird energy to bring to a comedy club. But since you can spend too many minutes basking in the awkward silence, Cupid returns, bringing you more helpful advice. Well, what are you waiting for? Show him you can be exciting. Go perform a set. Okay. Sure, let's go. Love favors the bold, JK. I salute you. The previous comedian steps down from the stage to some paltry claps, and when no one stands to take their place, you take the initiative to get on stage. Swallowing your nerves, you address the audience. Hello everyone, I'd be honored to share a joke with you fine people. You look out over the audience and you see Genji looking back at you with what you assume is curiosity. While you can make just any joke, you have to wonder, what would make him laugh? Ninjas. I'm gonna assume there's some... Well, he constantly says he accepts who he is now. Let's go for it. You tap on the mic and the feedback rings in your ears. You lean in close. Do you know how much it costs to become a cyborg these days? The crowd holds its breath. An arm... an arm and a leg. Silence. It feels, I like how I laugh, but the game is like, no, it's a bad joke. It feels like you've been teleported into a soundproof void. Not a soul in the crowd has any reaction to spare. You almost wish they'd boo you just so you know they're still there. But among them, you see Genji. He looks at his arms and legs, both of which have been replaced with cybernetic parts. A quiet chuckle escapes him. Yeah! Oh, that's true. Ignoring the appalled stares of the rest of the audience, you make your way back to your seat next to Genji. He seems warmer, leaning in towards you. I liked your joke. Just so you know, my procedure cost me an arm and 2 legs, but I still found it funny. Making you laugh was the goal. I'm glad to hear you thought it was funny. I was mostly looking to make you laugh. For once, the ever-confident cyborg ninja seems a bit shy. He rubs his arm nervously. It has been really nice hanging out with you. Oh, he blushes through the mask. That's so cute. Do you think you'd want to go on another date sometime? Absolutely. That sounds wonderful. Genji sighs. A weight leaves his shoulders. I can't wait. Guess I'll see you again soon. He leaves, and you're left alone in the comedy club. Not for long, though, as Cupid soon reappears. I sense the buds of romance are already beginning to blossom. How do you think things went? You seem pleased, but there is always room for improvement. I recommend doing your best to ensure he feels comfortable with you. But, good or bad, your date is in the past, and we still have a long road ahead of us if you truly wish for Genji's heart to be yours. When Genji reaches out to you again, he suggests grabbing dinner for your second date. He even picks out a restaurant, Café Azur, in Monaco, the exclusive playground of the ultra rich. Luckily, you live in the hopeful future. You can just hop on a transatlantic train and arrive in Monaco in a few short hours. Neat, huh? Oh, I wish that was real. You arrive at the restaurant, and it looks as classy as the name might imply. A robot brings you to your table, where Genji awaits you. Please tell me he's not wearing the same hoodie he wore to the comedy club. Dude, be lucky he's wearing clothes this time. If I owned a hoodie that cool, I'd wear it every chance I got. I'm not exactly dressed up either. I'd say it's cool. I mean, look at it. If I owned a hoodie that cool, I'd wear it every chance I got too. Even to a 5-star restaurant? Especially to a 5-star restaurant. No wonder you need my help. You take your seat across from Genji, and he seems to lighten up at your presence. Oh, JK, I didn't expect to see you here. You invited me here. For a date? Oh, yeah, I guess so. Anyway, how was the ride over? Sorry, I was staring at his little sprite here. Honestly, yeah, I usually play games whenever I'm traveling. It was great. I had a ton of time to grind XP in VV's Adventure Online. VV's Adventure Online? That game's pretty fun, even though I think the VV's Adventure franchise fell off a bit after VV 3D. Right? Don't get me started on VV Party Dance Night. Talk about selling out. Hey, party games are fun. Editor's note, we're begging you not to add these to the Overwatch fan wikis. They're not real. Either way, I'm glad you could make it. I've really been looking forward to spending more time with you. You don't have much time to feel bashful before the Waitron. It's a nice name. Waitron returns to your table to take your order. You look over your holo menu, which is like a regular menu, but a hologram, since it's the future. You should think carefully about what you order. Maybe choose something you'd like as well. Come on, even your dinner is going to affect this guy's opinion of you? These dating sims are hard work. In that case, what will you order for dinner? If it's like the Mercy date, her food that she really liked was in the Overwatch cookbook, so maybe his is here as well? I'll have the Rikimaru ramen. That's my favorite food. How did you know? Yeah, easy. It's in the official Overwatch cookbook. Wow, in that case, I'll take the Rikimaru ramen as too. The Waitrons, we don't have that on the menu program, seems to be overridden by the customer is always right subroutine, so it takes your order back to the kitchen without complaint. Huh. Yeah. That's really cool of you to order my favorite food for dinner. If there were an official JK cookbook, I would have ordered yours too. You make note of his idea. You're always looking for more merchandising opportunities. Oh yeah, me, on the merch grind. Oh, that's nice art. Oh. And it, like the little oil Oh, that's good. The two of you spend some time chatting, and after a few short minutes, the waitron brings out your meal. 2 bowls of Rikimaru ramen. It's honestly impressive that such a nice restaurant can make a dish look like it comes from a cheap ramen shop. This looks just as good as the real thing from Hanamura. All it's missing is the Murloc bowl, then it'd be perfect. Oh no, how could they forget the Murloc bowl? That's half the fun of Rikimaru ramen. Huh, let me go check with the waiter. Maybe they have Murloc bowls in the back. You fetch the waitron, explaining that Rikimaru ramen is just as the same when it's not in branded bowls. Unfortunately, the restaurant doesn't have any Murloc bowls on hand, but they are able to draw a crude recreation on 2 of the regular bowls. When you return to the table, Genji looks completely deflated. You sit across from him, and he barely even acknowledges your presence. Even Cupid seems troubled by your sudden shift in mood. Oh, he's crying. Childhood. Perhaps you should check on him, JK. Is everything alright? You seem bummed out. Genji shrugs. Sorry, another diner recognized me while you were gone. They came over to talk to me. Oh, did they ask for your autograph or something? No, they actually recognized me for the Blackwatch incident. They had less than kind words to share with me. Okay, here's the thing. The Blackwatch incident sounds like lore, but this is non-canon. I'm so sorry, Genji. I can't believe someone would trouble you about it here. It's alright, I am not proud of who I was then, but I will admit it is discouraging. I have tried my best to become a better person, but I fear my past will always haunt me. Some days, it feels like there's nothing I can do to move on from who I was. Oh, that was heartbreak. He sighs, propping his head up against his hand dejectedly. It's a heart-rending sight. It seems he could use your reassurance. A small gesture might go a long way. Apparently even Cupid has the sense to put aside his bitterness towards Genji when he's in this state. What do you do to cheer Genji up? Beat him up. Hold his hand. You don't think you have the words to help in this situation? I already tried to reassure him with their words. That was the choice I chose was the most reassuring one. Instead, you reach across the small table and take Genji's hand into yours. He seems surprised, but when you meet his gaze with a smile, he relaxes. He squeezes your hand, taking a deep breath to steady himself. Thank you, JK. Aw. I'm sure I'd feel much worse if you weren't here. It's the least I could do. You mean that literally. Holding his hand was probably the easiest, least expensive thing you've done all night. Let's eat, huh? Our food is getting cold. The two of you finally enjoy your night as it was supposed to go. You don't know how Genji eats with his mask on, but every time you look away, more food disappears from his plate. You assume it's getting into his mouth one way or another. By the time you're done eating, Genji seems happier than ever. You're glad the evening is going in a more positive direction. Hey, I wanted to ask you something. Shoot. How would you feel about going somewhere special for our next date? Aw. Oh, that's schmoofed. Schmoof. Anywhere that's special to you is special to me. That one doesn't earn you any points, but it makes him blush, and isn't that worth way more than any kind of gameplay progression? True. I was hoping we could go somewhere that's really special to me. How would you feel about a trip to Nepal? What's in Nepal? What's so special? It was a very important place in my growth as a person. This may surprise you, but an isolated mountaintop helped me find peace. There's more to it, obviously, but I figured I could explain when we got there. Sure, I can't wait to hear all about your backstory. This is non-canon. Okay, I'll see you there. I hope it'll be really special. I had a lot of fun tonight. Thanks again, JK. Genji departs for the restaurant and you're left alone. Well, as alone as you can be when you're haunted by the vessel of Valentine's. Another date down with a third to come. Most impressive, JK. Thanks. How do you think Genji and I are doing? He seems incredibly happy with you. Not to tempt fate, but I suspect it would be difficult for you to lose his affection now. But there is still another date in your future. Do what you can to prepare. I sense this one will be most important of all. So it's the last one. Let's go. Oh. Looks so nice. Oh man, I'm staring at the mountains and just the art for this game is so great. Like, it really came out spectacular. You ascend the snowy mountaintops in Nepal, and the cold rudely seeps right through every layer of clothing you wore. Hard to believe that just a few days ago you were telling jokes in a comedy club, and now this is what's expected for you to keep this relationship going. As you're trudging along, Cupid appears again. Thankfully, you know his deal by now, or you think you are seeing things thanks to the hypothermia. JK, I need to stress how important this date will be. Clearly you are important to Genji. He would not have brought you here otherwise, so just be sure to do your best this time. I thought you didn't like Genji. While I do believe he is foolish, and stubborn, and immature, and vain, you have reminded me that there was a good side to him as well. And while that good side is buried very, very far beneath his flaws, it is there nonetheless. So I must thank you, truly. Aw, look at this, it's so cute, so cute. Aw, Cupid, you're sounding all sappy. Don't tell me this is a teaser for the secret Cupid path of this dating sim. Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous. If there were a secret Cupid path, do you truly think I would advertise it so freely? Besides, a path of that nature would be difficult to unlock. You would need to say, successfully win the heart of both heroes to show me your commitment to love. Hypothetically, of course. Of course, hypothetically. But enough about hypotheticals. You have a date to get to. Hurry up now. With Cupid's vote of confidence, you continue your journey up the mountain. Eventually, you arrive at a quaint little village. Genji is there to greet you. Honestly, you don't understand why you can't travel together. JK, you made it. What did you think of the hike? It was worth it here to be with you. I'm happy you think so. There are a few people who'd be willing to scale a mountain to spend time with me, if you can believe it. It means a lot that you did. Aw. Anyway, I'm glad you're finally here. This place is very special to me and I hope I can show you why. Come for a walk with me? Gladly, you take Genji's arm. He leads you all the way around the village and you can't help but bask in every sight. It's truly beautiful. Certainly not the kind of place you'd want to host 5v5 King of the Certainly not the kind of place you'd want to host 5v5 King of the Hill style combat. Surely not. But what's more beautiful than the village itself is the way Genji glows while taking you through it, recounting memories of the time he spent here. He tells you everything from the story of how he first arrived here to the tales of his most trying meditations. After strolling a while, Genji takes you to the old accommodations that housed him through his time in Nepal. Though he has been absent for some time, the room is still clearly his. There's an old mattress, a Haori. If I remember correctly, Genji's room is actually... Okay, so on this map of Nepal village, there's the center... Actually, you can see it right here. This is the top of the control point in the center. Then to the right, towards the cliff, on top... On the top level. That's Genji's room, I'm pretty sure. If I remember correctly. And a framed photo of Genji with his brother taken years ago. Genji goes to say something, but someone else speaks first. Genji, you've arrived. Zen? Is that... Yeah! Zenyatta, I hope you had a safe journey, my student. It's Zenyatta. How sad is it the only place you can get Zenyatta content these days is explicitly not. Oh, the Zen lore. It's still not real. It's explicitly non-caning dating sim in that one short story. Well, maybe something will happen with our matcha guy soon. Who knows? We're gonna... Oh, that reminds me. We never got our matcha short. I mean, we still don't have that Sojourn short, but I've given up on the Sojourn short releasing until we got PvE. But, yeah. Master, it is good to see you again. Indeed. I heard that you were bringing a visitor, and I hoped I could meet them. Of course, JK, this is my master Zenyatta. You are ready for a trek through snow-covered mountains, but this is basically like meeting Genji's parent. Is that weird for a third date? Doesn't matter, it's happening. Now it's up for you to deal with it. Oh, absolutely fist bump. You reach your closed fist out to the metal monk, and to your utmost surprise, he hits you with the sickest fist bump you've ever experienced. Absolutely radical. Yeah, I know my Zen. A pleasure, JK. I'm glad to see you survived your journey here. You're going to ignore the threatening order of that sentence, and let him keep talking. It is rare for Genji to have company here. I sense he must be quite fond of you. Oh, I certainly hope so. Master, you're embarrassing me. I am sure your companionship will mean a great deal to him. He has always struggled to accept himself. Perhaps the acceptance of another will help him along his path. You never realized how much your company might mean to Genji. To think, and just a few nights ago, you were planning to enjoy the comedy stylings of literally anyone in New York City by yourself. Now, it's entirely possible you're changing the life of an Overwatch agent. I believe... Master? Since I have surpassed my annual screen time... Okay. Alright. Since I have surpassed my annual screen time allotment, I'm afraid I will need to depart. But please, take my greatest blessings and enjoy the remainder of your time here. The two of you say goodbye to Master Zenyatta, and when you're left alone, Genji's previous exuberance has gone, replaced with contemplation. Something on your mind, Genji? Just thinking about what my master said. He was being truthful, you know. Spending time with you has done a lot to help my own sense of self. But I have to wonder. JK, do you really think it's possible to know your true self? Well, to be honest, that's a far deeper question than you ever would have expected from the silly dating sim you signed up for. But you've come this far, right? What's the harm in one more question? And that really is one more. I believe this will be your last chance to win Genji's heart, JK. Use it wisely. Well, what do you think? Can one know their true self? Yeah, I do. I think everything a person has gone through takes them closer and closer to finding out who they really are. I'm happy to hear that. You know, when I first ended up like this with my brother. He trails off. Cupid watches him intently, his brow knit with pain. I became a bitter and horrible person. I was so upset thinking I was wasting so much time as a person I hated. I feared I'd never get better. But maybe you're right. Maybe without that, I never found who I truly am. Thank you, JK, for helping me realize this. JK, I've been really enjoying spending so much time with you lately. It has been a long time since I allowed myself to get close to anyone. But I must admit... Admit what, Genji? I feel some guilt that you have not seen the real me. You're a bit confused. You're pretty sure you've just enjoyed 3 dates with the real him. Before you can ask, he clarifies. We've been spending so much time together and you've only seen me with my mask on. And although my mask is extremely epic, it's not the true me. It is really cool though. Yeah, for real. I know, right? But still. Genji takes your hands into his. His green visor stares back at you, and you wonder what his eyes might look like underneath it. JK, can I show you who I really am? Oh yeah. Of course, I love you. Genji puts his hand over his heart, shocked but not at all disappointed in your confession. After returning to reality, he chuckles under his breath. It's funny, it seems I could deflect any... It seems I could deflect anything but love. And beam. And beams, but mostly love. Oh, he can take the entire thing off. Oh, well, yeah, of course he can. Duh, the Black Watch skin. With great care, Genji reaches for his mask. Though he hesitates, he eventually builds the strength to remove it, showing you his true face beneath. Genji, you're beautiful. If you believe so, then it must be true. It took me so long to come to terms with who I am now. Knowing you accept me makes me confident it was worth all that time. I know my true self loves you too. You have embarked on the journey of love and found what you desire at the end. Love takes many forms, but it is always true. May you cherish this love with Genji forever and always.